it's only right I start Meet the FINCA Dogs with Iggy, because he was my first dog and he's been with me since I was 18. I rescued him before we even thought about having anything like this, and he actually started the whole journey of rescue, and none of us would be here without him. He's been through it all. He's been well travelled with me and he's helped look after many, many animals. He's been the mum to cats, dogs, birds, all other animals, and he's helped teach them the FINCA way. He's really well and truly the best start to our rescue dogs. He's getting old now a bit, but you wouldn't know, and he's still happy, and this is him today. So after Iggy, I have to show you the rest of my personal pack who chose me. So let's start with Bellusi, this big baby. He came to us with his 6 or 7 brothers and sisters, and he was not adopted because apparently he was ugly. So he attached himself to me, and now he's absolutely scared of his own shadow unless I'm around. He also has fit right in with all the FINCA dogs. He's a big, gentle giant. So Chewie is just Chewie. We think that he's a dog, but he doesn't always act like one. He's a bit crazy, he's a bit strange, but we all absolutely love him. He's got an amazing voice to him, and he loves to scratch his back, he loves to sing, and he loves just, you know, there is no words to describe Chewie, so I'm going to let him speak for himself. And Dulux, the little rasted poodle, another dog that's attached himself to me, and all he wants is a cuddle. Anyone who's been to the FINCA knows that he just loves a cuddle. He's soppy and cuddly, and another dog that's scared of his own shadow. I tried to rehome him, but he wouldn't let me, so now he's one of the pack. And we have Smuggler. You can see from these pictures of her as a puppy why she got her name. She came to us with all of her brothers and sisters. They were all very nervous, except Smuggler, who had so much fight and so much energy, and she looked like this. She was always fighting for her food and her place in the pack, and she just became one of the FINCA dogs. It was quite challenging to rehome all of her brothers and sisters. There were so many, but she stayed, and now everybody knows her. She's in every video. She's the life and soul of the FINCA, and she's crazy, as you can see by her sitting on one of our volunteers. She owns the place and she's mad. And Coco Loco, he's actually been at the FINCA longer than we have. He spent his first 7 years of his life in a cage, so we took a chance and he moved in with us. Now he's a firm FINCA favourite and everybody knows him. He owns every piece of bread, every stone and every ball. Every volunteer loves to take him out for the beach for a run. If you've been to the FINCA, you will have heard him barking at you to play with him, and if no one will play with him, he'll bark at a horse, so they might play with him.
That was good, huh? Coco, you enjoying dinner?
Here we have Leo. He's one of the longest standing dogs at the FINCA, and he came to us with a bit of a sad story. He's incredibly allergic to almost everything: fleas, flea treatments, products, skin products, and he spent the first 6 years of his life on heavy steroids. So his old owners had, come to wit's end and they couldn't decide what to do with him, so he came to us with overweight. He was in a lot of pain with his feet, he couldn't walk, and he was peeing blood. His skin was all open, and he had to have lots of tests and trial and error to find out the best thing for him. So it turns out the best thing for him, along with lots of love, is FINCA life and lots of swimming on the beach. As long as we keep up with his flea treatment and everything in a nice natural way, he's happy. And here's Makimu. He's one of the FINCA favourites, and he spends most of his life chilling under the kitchen table, waiting for a fuss. He came to us as his old owners had to leave the island, and he came to live out his twilight years. He has a lot of health problems, including hip problems due to his breed and his size, But as long as it's well managed and he gets regular, gentle exercise and gets his nice trips to the beach, he stays happy and relaxed and part of the Finca family. You might already know Wonky's story, but to summarise, he came to us after spending his entire life in the state dog pout. Nobody wanted to adopt him because he had such problems with his back legs. He couldn't walk at all and he had to drag himself. Now, fast forward a short time with us and he's a different dog. I mean, he's still a little bit wonky, which is where he gets his name from, but we wouldn't have him any other way. We call him Sir Wonky, and you can tell just by the look of his face. He's well loved, he's happy, and he's never enjoyed life more. He loves going for a walk, he loves going to the beach, and he loves giving us a kiss. Lumpy's another dog that came to us from the state shelter, and he got his name due to his really big lump that he came with. And after treatment, surgery, and a lot of rehabilitation with us, he looks like a totally different dog. Still with the name Lumpy, however. He's super happy around on the finca, living out his twilight years, because he's between 11 and 13, no one knows exactly. But you wouldn't know it when he's running around, playing with his adopted daddy, Will. Everyone who's watched our videos knows Will, and they make a perfect team, Lumpy and Will. And Sergi, he has a very similar story. He came from the same place as Wonky and Lumpy, and he's very new. He's been here only a couple of weeks, however he's fit right in, and you wouldn't believe that he hasn't been here forever. He's super happy living out his twilight years as a finca dog, giving everybody a cuddle, a kiss, and running around free. And now we have Princess Kiara. It's possible that you may not have met her. She spends most of her time off the finca with Edu. She's our little silent assassin, and she seems like butter wouldn't melt, the cute little face. However, she's feisty and she's a boss. But she has chosen Edu as her human, and she's always with him like his little shadow. She's beautiful, and she's actually been with me longer than the finca and longer than Edu. I rescued her when I was in Fuerteventura before I came here. However, she chose Edu, and she is well and truly his little shadow dog. And now we have another of Edu's dogs. This is Nonni. She was actually named after Edu's grandma. Nonna is Italian for grandma, and sadly when his grandma passed away, we rescued Nonna. But here she is now enjoying life with us. She had a bit of a sad story before she came. She had mange, she had filaria, she had a lot of health problems. But now she's a totally different dog, loving life, and she's come back to her teenage years. You wouldn't believe that she's a 10-year-old German Shepherd. She looks like a puppy. She loves everything, she loves everyone. But don't be fooled, she's still the boss of the entire finca. Nobody messes with Nonna. No one would dare steal her ball. But she's still a big softie and loves nothing more than a cuddle and a kiss. And we love to have her as part of the finca family.
And here is the last one of the family. Chanel. She comes straight from Italy, and she comes straight from my family. She was my replace, and after 10 years they decided to give to me, and I'm really proud to say that she was an apartment dog and now she's a finca dog. Yeah. She ran, she rolled in the pool, and she's really happy, and she lost a lot of weight, she gained a bit of muscle, and now she fights with all the boys, all the young boys. And these are pictures of a happy dog. So hope you enjoy our video. If you're not, if you didn't already subscribe our channel, subscribe, give a thumbs up, and see you next week with more animals. Yay! Ciao.